What's up, guys? I better do this video before you think I went and died on you. Oh man, I have been addicted to Return to Krondor for the last 2 days. I mean, I kind of got back into it after watching a Let's Play by Hunter Owns. He's got a really small channel. He's not even really partnered, but he did a complete Let's Play of Return to Krondor. They each got about 100 views apiece, but man, is he a good Let's Player. I mean, I kind of wish he would play other games. I mean, he's still doing his channel, but he's kind of not doing his channel. But the same things here, same things there. Look at that massive lightning strike, dude. That's ridiculous. But I've been addicted to playing it. Return to Krondor was a game I remember from my childhood. It was actually published by Sierra. That's a company that used to publish all kinds of games I used to like. It's one of those games that kind of defined my childhood. We got a Gateway computer back in 1998, and Return to Krondor was one of the first games we got for it, which I think it came out a little before that. I want to say it came out in around 2000-ish, but it was started being designed in 94. I don't know the exact years, but we got it around. It was 98 or a couple years after 98, but it was one of the first games I fell in love with a computer. It was Diablo, Return to Krondor, and a game called I want to say it was Carnivorous Dinosaur Hunter. Well, basically you hunt dinosaurs. I mean, they got little iPhone games now based after, but you hunt dinosaurs, you have to shoot the T-Rex in the eye. I love those games. And I kind of got back into Return to Krondor because there's a website called GOG.com. I forgot what it is, Gaming to Go, whatever. I mean, I'm not affiliated with them anyway. that's the site that I found a digital download for like $3 for the entire game of Return to Krondor, made to work on modern systems. I mean, that was one of the problems I used to have with older games. We had a game called Wizards and Warriors 8, I think, with the Maven Blade. And like after we got rid of after I upgraded computers, it no longer would work for like Windows XP and stuff because it was designed for Windows 98. And man, that sucked. I mean, that's one thing that kind of sucks with old computer games. I used to get so excited for computer games when I was little. Like, we all had PlayStations and stuff, but I wanted to play the computer games because they were always fun. They were always fun. They always had a little bit more to them. And this was back in the day where you could play like a PlayStation 1 where you play like Twisted Metal or something, and then you get on and play this expansive world on the computer. It was like this whole different ball game. Nowadays, computer still has that edge to it. I mean, you have games like World of Warcraft and Diablo 3 and games that the console just can't handle, like StarCraft and stuff like that. But most of the major titles are designed for consoles, which kind of sucks. It kind of takes that prestigious away from playing the PC. I mean, the main reason I don't play like PC only is because of achievements. The achievements are the saving grace to consoles in my book. That and the fact is they work all the time. That's another problem I run into. Like for Battlefield, I have so much trouble getting Battlefield to work. Battlefield 3. I mean, I think it's because of DX Story is getting me kicked from games because they think it's some kind of cheat of some sort that I'm running in behind it. But I don't know. But Battlefield was one game I had so much trouble running. What was another game I had so much trouble running? There was one more. I don't know. Some games work like Dead Space. Some games don't, like Battlefield 3. It is what it is. I hate crashing. But I'm just doing this video to let you guys know. I've also started my Fallout Let's Play. It's over on War God YouTube. You can find that in the description below. Hopefully more videos are coming. I'm supposed to be going over to Woody's house next week. And we're going to be doing vlogs of me fixing my desk. Should be big fun. Oh, and I'm going to be doing some arms race. Hey guys, you know there's a lot of crappy maps on Black Ops 2. There is. I mean, I'm not no advocate. I'm by no means the biggest fan of this game. But, you know, a lot of people don't want to hear negativity about a game. Black Ops 2 is just not my cup of tea. I play it. I don't play a lot of it. I think I have 8 days total on the game after 6 months. I mean, that might sound like a lot, and it is a lot. But, you know, for somebody that has a channel mainly centered around Call of Duty, it's not that much. I mean, I think I've been stuck on 3rd Prestige on PlayStation for like, I don't know, 4 months now. Or some crap like that. And got 50,000 kills on Xbox and like, I don't know, 12 on PS3. Something like that. This is a PS3 game I got. And it just basically is the first game I've gotten in a while that actually felt like it was a old Call of Duty game. And, you know, Carrier is one of those maps that I can do really well on all the time. Why do I do really well on it all the time? Well, I kind of understand the flow of the map really well. It's one of those maps where you don't have to face a lot of people head on. As you can see right here, I'm actually standing on the B flag and getting what I like to call defend kills. You'll see a lot of defend kills on this map, mainly because this spot right here, it's got really good head glitch, can really easily take people out, and you get 125 points every time. I think my boy Sploose was showing me this spot beginning of the very beginning of the game. Very useful spot. But one thing that spot highlights is the ability to shoot people that are occupied somewhere else. One of the great things about that spot is it's kind of to the left of a... The puppy fell. Oh no. Hold on, guys. Yeah. My sister bought a new Labrador puppy. And like he's being loud right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. And he was whining all night, and my sister couldn't take it, so she kind of dumped him off on me. I don't know if we're going to keep him or not. It seems like Taylor's already at the point where she doesn't want him after one night. And she just doesn't understand the concept of he's a baby, and you got to treat him as such. You fell off the chair, didn't you, buddy? But you know, this is probably boring you. Well, like, I don't know. It's probably boring you. But yeah, it has the ability to have a hotspot right in front of it. Most people, when you play character, you think of one area. You think of the blast ramp that all the bush Wookiees love to get their little sniper rifle on. And that's where this area really shines. They walk out trying to fight the bush Wookiees. You pick them off, get 125 points. You go straight up to the kill streaks. The adventure comes right here. The adventure comes when they take the C flag. And like, I've done so many different videos on this map, and I tell you, do not give up the ramp no matter what. That ramp is your lifeblood to this game. Well, this game, we actually lose the ramp. And luckily for us, you know, we weren't playing the best players ever. And the guys taking the ramp weren't able to basically... Puppy, what are you doing? You're gonna fall. You're trying your hardest to fall. Oh, get over there. Alright, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not cutting this out because it takes away from the Wings sets his commentary up line of people, but I think it has character. By the way, don't make the greatest videos, but I make videos. I'm about to do the stereotype. What was I saying? Yeah, but they ended up taking the C flag on us. And the way you want to approach the A flag is really different. You see right here, a lot of people would call this camping. I'm calling this confused, because I don't really know how to engage the enemy at this point because of how many good advantage points they have because they have the C flag. Not having the C flag, I don't know if you guys remember, I did a league play video on this where we won by like 2 kills. And actually we lost that game, I'm sorry. But we ended up going down like 17 kills quickly because we didn't have the ramp area of this map. I mean, this is a very lopsided map in the terms of power points. So I kind of figured it out. I'm working my way down here. The reason I laid down was in case somebody came. I wanted to try to catch somebody off guard. I seen my buddy come around here and be like, "Oh, caught you camping, come." I'm playing with the caught you camping here. And I seen him come to take C, so I come to take C with him. Now I'm just riding out the time to switch over the rounds. And pretty much the same thing happens in the second round. You see me starting off with the stealth chopper and the lightning strike right off the bat. The reason I waited to put those in because they were pretty much clear the way to the B flag. And they already had the B flag cat by the time I got up there, but that was the idea. You throw the 2 kill streaks out there, they kind of like plow the way, and then go take B while they're respawning. And it worked perfectly, but I actually get some deaths on this side of the gameplay board. I think I end up going like 38-0 before I grab my first death, and I get 3 real quick deaths right toward the end of the game. As you see, same idea here. Slowly move over, take C. If your teammates mess up and take A, you got to pretty much take it back from them. I mean, how you play this map and how you play domination effectively on this map is basically control C at all times. If you're controlling A, you got to take B. If you can get B, if you have an A-B set up, don't hold it. You want to push forward and take C and flip them back onto A. Why? Because all the power points. I mean, I said I beat this damn map to death because this is one of the easy maps. This isn't Aftermath. This isn't Downturn. This isn't some garbage map that people skip left and right. And it's not a remake of a map. I mean, not many of the Black Ops 2 maps kind of stand out. I mean, there's two that people like. Well, nobody likes Carrier except me. But people like Raid. What's the other map that they like? I mean, almost every gameplay you see is on Raid. It's not on Raid, it's on Plaza. And Plaza is one of those maps I like to call a map you can lose. There's certain maps that are really hard to win on. Slums was the other map people like to play. Raid and Slums. But maps like Raid, Meltdown, that are very symmetrical, you can very easily lose on those type of maps. Because of such symmetrics. Because it gets to the point where people just can spawn in and throw toward the center of the map. And whoever has control of the flag and throws the grenades the far most generally wins those type of engagements. Don't really like those kind of maps. I like a map that has a little bit of a power point to it, but not as much as Carrier. Carrier goes a little over the top with the power points. And I think it shows. It does. Let me come here. Ugh. Are we going to keep the puppy? I know it's out of left field. I'm still debating that myself. A lot of people question, like, how many dogs do I have? Well, I have 0 dogs myself. I have a bunch of dogs as peripheral. Like, I recently bought my girlfriend a peekaboo. Mainly because she wanted a peekaboo. So I bought one for her, but it's her dog. It's not my dog. I get to see it when I go over to her house. Ginger is my mother's dog, which I also bought. But I bought that as a Mother's Day present to her because she was lonely because our last dog, Peanut, died. Chevy is my sister's dog, which was given to her by one of the boys that seems to like her. Will we keep Chevy? Who knows? If we do, who ends up taking care of it? Most likely me. There he goes again. Thank you for watching my videos, guys. If you have any suggestions or videos you'd like to see or ways I can improve my videos, feel free to tell me in the comment section below. I look forward to it. You know, Call of Duty is amazing sometimes. It can make you go from one moment feeling like you're the worst player in the world to another moment where it makes it feel like you're so happy and so successful that it just makes you want to keep playing. This, my friends, was one of those moments that makes me want to keep playing the video game. This was an actual challenge I've been doing. You'll actually see this again later. It's part of me, Kyle, Stan, and Angel all got together and we did some challenges tonight. Kind of like different things from Road to the Lost. And this one was, I like to call like the Secret Agent Man or Survivor Man, where you have no perks, no attachments, no equipment. You have nothing but your knife to start every life out with. And everything you get, you have to get from picking up off the ground. And I had this incredible run right here on this life. I mean, even though we ended up losing here, the idea was to basically hold the traffic off of B. And if you don't think this is just as effective as trying to cap B, if we would have tried to cap B, we would have never got it. They would have overrun us. I'm setting my Guardians up, and they're working flawlessly. And like, oh my god, look at this dude, me and him having this epic gunfight. Die! Thank you! Man, I just had to show this off. I was so happy, I was so proud, I was so psyched. I mean, I was like, the last time I was this amped, I got my first Watch This Gaming clip. And even though this is probably not as good as my Watch This Gaming clip, it just shows how good the Guardian can be if you give it a time of day. I don't know what kind of kill streak I go on. I know it's over 10 and I actually get the wet work kit thing here. But man, it makes you feel so good, and then, you know, ends up being a C4 that took me out. I just had to share this, guys, with you because I wanted you to see it. Very cool life. No perks, no attachments, no guns. You had to go find the gun. And yeah, very happy with that life. Peace, people. And look, we ended up getting the flag cap at the end. Why, hello, everybody. It's your boy, Wings of Redemption, and I'm back bringing you another commentary.
Let's talk about being happy with what you have. One of the things that I myself struggle with, and a lot of other people might struggle with it as well, is being content. There's that word, content. What does being content mean? I've heard before that being content is being happy. And I sit there and think about it a lot, more than I actually should, about being content. Because there's a couple variables here. One of them is the old wives' tale that the quickest way to unhappiness is to covet someone else's items. It's even a 10 commandment, for those of you who actually follow the Christian religion. And that's there for a reason, because it's true. The most unhappy people I've ever met in my life is somebody worrying about what the other person has. And we all do it. We all want to wear the trendiest clothes. We all want to drive the best car. We all want to have that wallet stacked with money because it's a positive image. But what it really is a lack of self-esteem. A person that walks around with a bunch of money has two reasons for doing it. And it's kind of lopsided. Not going to give you statistics because I'd be making them up. But it's lopsided. You can tell it's lopsided. Two reasons for having a wallet full of money. One, you're about to go make a major purchase. Or two, you like to people think that you're able to make a major purchase. That's the only reason you have for money. And believe me, the only time I've ever carried money around is to make a major purchase. The last time I had any more than, say, $500 in my pocket at any given time was when I was actually going to pay somebody for labor and buy materials to build my desk. And I had about $2,000. And the reason because of this is because I have lost my wallet before. I actually lost it at work. You might think that your co-workers are these wonderful people that you're friendly with. But I look at co-workers as we had a person that stole sandwiches out the refrigerator. Seriously, somebody went to work, had nothing to eat, opened up the refrigerator, seen a lunch, and ate it. So it didn't surprise me when my wallet went missing, and when it came back, all my money was gone. And this was for my a truck payment for my old Chevrolet. The thing's paid for now, but at the time I had like $480 or something like that in the wallet because I was going to go make the truck payment after I got off work. Went to the bathroom, pulled my pants down, had me a nice Stanley steamer. Lo and behold, didn't realize my wallet fell out. I didn't realize until I got to the bank that I didn't have my wallet. Luckily, they turned it in to the office where I worked at, and so on and so forth. Had to eat it. Luckily, I had enough money in the bank to cover it. Again, I mean, that's the power of saving money. I mean, I've always been a believer in having a nest egg. Even if the nest egg is $50, have your $50 nest egg. Don't spend your last dime. Back on topic. So you don't covet someone else's stuff. You've gotten past that. You've gotten past that childish, petty ways that you no longer look at your neighbor's brand new car and think, why does he have a brand new car and I don't have a brand new car? You've gotten past that. But now you look around and you're unhappy with what you have. But you don't realize what you have. Let's take for examples. Let's take an average person. You have an average house. You drive an average sedan. Your bank account is average. There's nothing about you that stands out whatsoever. And you feel bland. You feel like you can't be someone better. You feel like there's no business opportunities for you. You're unhappy with where you're at, and you feel like you're stuck in the muck. Well, let's look at all the positives that you're putting out. And this is something I've had to do myself just recently with YouTube. You have running water. Wow, why is that a positive, Wings? Well, let's think about running water. Running water is something that a majority of the world don't have access to. How many African villages are there that have to walk through the mud to pump water out of a well? How many people in the Congos have to fear the crocodile to get water to wash their clothes? You have this at your domain. Running water. You have toilets indoors. You have central air. These are things that people that don't live in a first world country take for granted. You have a car which is average. It gets average gas mileage. The paint averagely fades. But guess what? You don't have to walk to work. There's people that have to walk to work. There's people that can't afford the car. So take a look at what you have and be grateful for it. Because it could always be worse. And that's the whole moral of this commentary, is that it could always be worse. It sucks that I'm no longer getting 70,000 views a video. It does. But that's a reflection on, 1, my content, 2, my strive and my ability to stay current with trends, and 3, lack of work ethic recently. And those are all my fault. Do I take it to heart? Sometimes. I mean, it gets frustrated. Frustration is a natural human emotion. But the key is to not let it get you down. I met a gentleman tonight, and we were playing some Dead Island together. And he came to me and asked me a question, and that question was simply this. He did not know what to do with his life. And I was like a deer in headlights. For the main reason is, I'm unsure what to do in my life. Everything up to this point was going toward a goal. Well, I have no goal after this. I've done what I wanted to do. Now I'm at the point of coexisting. So I'm at the point where I need to create new goals. I need to set new standards for myself. What the goals are going to be, I have no clue. But hopefully you guys will be here on the journey with me as we set these new goals. What are some of the things you would like to see me do? And what are some of the things I can do with you or for you? It's been your boy Wings of Redemption, and this is a commentary about morals. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for leaving a like rating, and I'm Audi 5000. Peace, people. For those of you wondering why I'm talking a little differently in this video, or might have wondered, it's actually me trying not to smack my lips. To do that, I have to slow down the way I talk, because I naturally formed my ability to speak with lip smacking. So this is just one way, a test, to see, or way to make the video more enjoyable. Because I feel audio is the biggest thing your video can have. If you have bad audio, you could have solid gold on screen, 400 kill game, and no one will care. It's been your boy.
Hostiles have destroyed your sentry gun.
Hey guys, you know what gets my knickers in a bunch? Stop and Frisk. And we're going to talk about it here today on Intense Camping Productions. Alright, usually you might look at this topic, and coming from me, might be a little biased, because it's going to be a little biased. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, and do some research yourself. Don't look at everything I say as 100% factual. Know that this is my opinion, and that it could change throughout the years. Well, the NYPD is currently in the news again today, and recently there were a couple whistleblowers on their staff. They are stating that the reason they use stop and frisk programs and that the number of arrests have skyrocketed in New York City is because they have these performance quotas. And I'm using the air quotations here, performance quotas. Which basically say if you do not make a certain number of arrests, you'll, well, I said it wrong. They have performance evaluations, which are technically performance quotas, which means if you do not make a certain number of arrests, you are labeled lazy, and you basically at risk to lose your job. So cops, to make these quotas, which I don't know what the quota is, but it's apparently high enough that they have to plant drugs and things like this on people they stop to meet these quotas. If you don't believe cops, put drugs on people, just do a quick YouTube search. Planting drugs. You'll see at least 100 videos on YouTube alone that are just cops planting drugs on like homeless people and things like that. And they do this to get homeless people off the streets and whatever, mainly because they're easy targets to meet these quotas. And you'll see it time and time and time again. I know my own personal area, we have a serious traffic cop problem. When I say serious traffic cop problem, I live in a small town. A very small town. But the fact is, our small town is such an efficient speed trap. We have 18 cops. 18. And they don't ride two together. They ride individually. And we have the brand new Chargers. We have new Camaros. We have a Z06. Conway is a speed trap and a half. And I know personally, just because I have some family members that are in law enforcement, that every cop gets 10% of every ticket they get. And you might think, oh, how can they do that? That makes them dishonest. I'm not trying to say all cops are dishonest people. But I'm saying that the system, that the current justice system that sits on, is rifled with the ability to lead someone down a dishonest path. And I think that needs to be changed itself. So, they have a couple whistleblowers in the NYPD that basically are stating that these performance quotas need to change. So what is the city of New York City doing to respond to this? Well, they're filing a lawsuit against the officers stating that if they don't have performance evaluation, their officers will quote-unquote become lazy and not do their job protecting citizens. Well, what good is planting drugs on somebody to protect their citizens? You don't have to be a police officer and fight crime the entire time. You don't have to do that. You know why? Because fighting crime is just one part of a police officer's job. There is numerous things that the police officers could be doing, since they do get paid by taxpayer money and they don't need to make any sort of extra income to do their job. They don't need brand new Chargers. The Crown Victorias work just fine. They don't need, a SWAT team gear raid. We don't need these assault rifles that the Conway police so proudly trot out every time there's like a barbecue community event. What we need is more cops actually helping the community. Instead of going out there and setting up speed traps to make extra money, to make some fat cat up at the courthouse his next BMW payment. Why not go out there and basically help people change tires? Why not work with some of these volunteer works into the city itself? I mean, cops could be put throughout the city to help people out. Instead of, instead of setting a speed trap up at the school, why not have a cop sitting there directing traffic while school gets out? It will be a better, safer way for kids to get out of school, but it won't be as profitable to the state. That's my problem with everything. Money is the root of all of this. Because people can see they can get more and more money, you will basically find yourself in this position where you have these, performance evaluations that will influence someone to do underhanded things in fear that he might not have a job if he doesn't do underhanded things. And that's just added stress. I couldn't imagine what it would be like to be an officer and say and come into work knowing I have to get 10 arrests a day or I'm going to miss my performance goals. and you know, you got like 2 days to do it. You're going to go to extreme lengths because one, you fear living in the street. Every rational human being fears living in the street, so you can't knock someone for doing these kind of things. I'd probably do them too if I was in their shoes. So I don't think the problem itself lies within the officer's grasp. I mean, yes, you see officers that are really strung out and stressed out, and they do these rash things like beat people up and things like that. And part of that might become from this stress-induced performance evaluations. I don't know. I come from an old way of thinking where cops, you know, are there to serve and protect people. That's what it says on the cop cars. But I've never once seen a cop stop and give, you know, that 38-year-old Latin man who might be working his second job and his tire blows out and he's getting late. You know, they'll come by and harass him for a ticket, but they won't go out there and try to help him change that tire. And I think that's just wrong. What do you think about all these subjects? For those of you who have been watching the gameplay, this is the last 2 gameplays I've used were actually from my Road to the Law series with Kyle and Mmagmar. Since I don't have the live com footage, but I do have the actual game footage, I'm going to be showing them off for the next week or so. If you actually wanted to see how the games ended, feel free to watch. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about performance goals with the police, or if you disagree with anything I say in this commentary. I look forward to your comments. Mighty 5000. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Peace, pimps. Look at that base sentry gun feed.
Be advised, your sentry gun has been destroyed. Losing C. Lightning strike.
Hey guys, it's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm just videotaping myself because I have no clue what to talk about. Hey, I figured to just give a life update where I'm at basically in life. I mean, it's a little dark in this room, but I just wanted to try to test out my Canon's ability to film in the dark. There's a nice, pretty light source behind me. Well, we're supposed to be doing Woody's desk here. No, not Woody's desk, my desk soon. So I should be going up to Woody's house, and there should be some vlogs with that, mainly from my Canon camera. And we're going to take it up there. The problem with my desk is it's over 8 feet long, so I might have to kind of be very inventive to get it up to Woody's house. And it kind of makes me feel bad that Woody is going to be building this desk, or fixing this desk, almost by himself. I mean, I tried to go up there and, you know, talk him into doing it, but I guess he wants to make kind of a project on it, with a set of videos, which is fine. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, we both get what we actually want. I want my desk, and he wants, you know, to help me with my desk. I mean, that kind of sounds a little selfish, but that's that. So, well, hopefully we'll be doing those vlogs here soon. I don't know when Woody gets back on his little laser tag trip or shooting trip or whatever. You know, I should actually talk about that too while I'm actually sitting here. Sorry if the camera's a little shaky. I'm actually holding it out, and these cannons are very heavy when you hold them at almost out arm's length like this. So it's like, oh, kind of get a little elbow bend here. But, oh, traveling. I don't do much traveling. Why? I'm a big dude. I mean, but being a big dude, you have to pay for 2 seats, and like they're not very profitable. Like if I go to an event like E3, I'm not going to do anything with the E3 stuff, because what you see a bunch of like video game trailers, the same things I can generally see a week after from on just sitting on my computer. I mean, I guess there's the idea of like you get it first, or you can make connections, but every connection I ever made at one of these events fell through like a fat woman sitting down too fast in a lawn chair. They just don't work. I mean, they don't. I mean, I guess I could put more of myself out there. Coming up with trying to create better content. This is something that's been on my mind a lot. I've been watching a lot of channels like Boogie2198. I think he's another really big dude like me, and he does the voice of Francis, which Francis is basically him putting like cotton swabs in his mouth. Like, hey guys, Francis. I don't have cotton swabs in my mouth. But he just plays the stereotypical World of Warcraft character, and he is very successful about it. And I'm like, man, dude, I just don't want to create a character. Well, I'm not very good with voices, to be perfectly honest. And I also don't want to create a character that isn't me, because I don't know. I mean, one of the things I do is I struggle with comedy. I do. I'm not a comedian. I don't even really enjoy comedies. I mean, that might sound harsh, but like Adam Sandler movies, they're all the same. I mean, there's a couple good ones. Like Waterboy was a good one, but it was more because I enjoyed the character he played, not that it was actually really funny. And I find myself watching comedies more because I enjoy the characters that they're playing, more so than them being funny. And like, I do take attempts at comedy, but I have very subtle comedy. Like, and most of my comedy comes off as negative. See, I'm shaking my leg like a dog. Ooh. Most of my comedy actually comes off as negative. And that's something that I've been trying to work on. Like, I've been recently doing a Fallout Let's Play. Sorry, I keep switching hands, but they get tired. This thing's actually like 6 pounds. It's heavy to hold out, 6 pounds. But I've been doing a Fallout 3 Let's Play on my Let's Play channel. If you haven't know, I have a Let's Play channel. It's in the description of almost every video I've ever done. It's War God YouTube. Well, WORGODYT. And I'm doing a Fallout Let's Play right now. And one of the things I'm unhappy with my Fallout Let's Play is that it lacks ambience. And ambience is something that I've been working on time and time again for basically my videos, and like, I just don't know how to improve it. Like, I want to find that one like set song that flows well with commentary that I can use over every commentary vid. But at the same time, commentary vids get hard to do. Like this, for example. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but that's Black Ops 2. I'm sitting there, and the reason it's sitting there is because I was looking through my files trying to figure out some good gameplay, but I'm like, do people really watch me for gameplay anymore? I mean, I wouldn't watch me for gameplay. Why? Because, I mean, one, I generally play the game to have fun at this point. Like, if I'm going to get on, I'm going to play with a full team. Why? Because it's less frustrating. I mean, I've had series ideas. Like, one of the series ideas was this: I do a live com. And the live com is basically me getting on like a Smurf account, like on the PlayStation somewhere, and making friends. Like, that's the whole idea. Like, I try to make friends, and my goal is to get a full party of 6, however many games it takes, and see how fast it takes for me to add people. I figure, because, you know, a lot of people complain about me always playing with people and like, oh, I have Twitter, I don't have access to this. But it's no. You can get friends. Friends are easy to get. It's very easy to do that. As long as you play competently and you speak clearly and you're a very nice person, you'll get those people to play with you. I don't even know how I got to this point. It's like 6 minutes and 32 seconds in. Oh man. I'm going to try to do I'm shaking my leg again. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to try to do fan mail this week sometime. Reason I haven't been doing fan mail weekly is because there's not been really that much sent in. Like, I usually have to wait like 2 months to get enough to actually do a video anymore. And like, not everything I try to do certain ones that actually seem like it could make it onto the video. But if you want to write it, my PO box is 1548 Conway, South Carolina 29528. It'll be in the description. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think would help my channel. Like, I really need a kickstart somewhere, and I need to make some changes because obviously what I'm doing isn't working as well as I'd like it to work. Let me know, guys. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm out at 5,000. Peace.
What's up, people? It's your boy Jordan, and I want to talk to you today about the PlayStation 4 controller. Well, the PlayStation 4 controller, I don't know real a lot about it. I don't. I mean, I've seen pictures of it. I've seen it has the touchpad in the middle of it, but I don't know how the touchpad is implemented.
But I'm not going to really talk about what's going into the PlayStation 4 controller as much as I'm talking about stuff I would like to see in the future of video games. For those of you who follow me or don't follow me, knows I'm a huge fan of Bethesda games. I love Fallout, I love Skyrim, I love Elder Scrolls. I generally buy anything Bethesda puts out, even if they produce it. And, you know, sometimes that bites you in the butt. Brink comes to mind. And sometimes it doesn't. Dishonored comes to mind. It's a great game. What if somebody takes the technology that Sega put out in the Dreamcast and implemented it into the new systems, but did it better? For those of you who don't know, or are too young to have played the Dreamcast had a memory card that went into the middle of the controller, and you could basically save your game, take it out, look through your saves, whatever, right there in the middle. And sometimes that screen, even though it was like black and white and really digitally, it almost looked like Game Boy-ish. Wasn't very graphic heavy. Would help you in the game. Like it would either show your health or show you, you know, a health bar, or show you like a certain number you're supposed to remember. And it would give you little tips like that. Now think about this. What if you're playing Fallout 4 and instead of that touchpad being there, you have your Pit-Boy right there? That would be cool. That would be beyond cool. Instead of going into a menu or opening the Pit-Boy up in-game, you could look at your Pit-Boy right there. Scroll down it, touch what you need to touch, and it happens in-game. Say you want the assault rifle. Right there. Pit-Boy. Say you want to go to, I don't know, I'm going to use Fallout 3 Town. Megaton. Data. Megaton. Your character fast travels. I think that would be a great idea. Or, if you can't implement it to that level, what about this? Have it so it shows like the interior map. How many times have you played Skyrim? You've got lost in a cave. And you have to go to that thing and look at a little map. Alright, you make it around the corner, and it's time to look at the map again. I think that would be a real good step in the right direction for video games. I think an in-held data screen would hold worlds of possibilities out there. I mean, let's look at Call of Duty, for example. How could this affect Call of Duty? Well, just quickly off the top of my head, I'm thinking maybe you see your KD ratio right there on the screen. Maybe you see how much your team's losing in a domination. Maybe you see, you know, how far you're in on your kill streaks. Maybe you have a list of things that you can list right there. Maybe it'll flash enemy capturing B. You know, it's like a big red letters. You know, to try to motivate people to play the objective. There's a number of things it can do and kind of interact with you. And the more bright colored and the more interactive something is, the more you're going to pull the casual gamer in. People love something that's just technical. I remember watching my girlfriend and her sister get cow-eyed, astonished at an iPhone 4. They had never had an iPhone before. So when I went and got her an iPhone, it was iPhone 4. It was like $1, but via contract. They were very astonished and they were happy and they loved those things to death. You know, normal person would be like, oh, that's outdated. But, you know, it's simple. And that's what you want to do. You want to impress people with your technology. And you want to be able to impress people with your technology every time they see it. Whether it's, you know, this year at Christmas or it's 5 years from now at Christmas. I feel like that's the step controller should take. I'm not digging the concave, I'm not digging the Xbox sticks. Sony, you can kind of see where Sony was heading with a couple things on the controller, such as the sticks look more like the Xboxes, and it's a little bit bigger. I don't really feel like the hardcore PlayStation guy really complained about the controller. Most people I've talked to said they play the PlayStation over the Xbox because they prefer the way the controller feels, and I'm one of them. I mean, obviously you got to change the design to implement new things. Hopefully it works out. I haven't held one yet. I'm looking forward to holding one. What do you guys think about the controllers? What ideas would you implement into the controller itself? Not everything wins, but hell, they kept putting C-Axis into the PlayStation controller the entire generation, and I can only think of a couple games that ever used it. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption.
Hello, my name is Jordy Jordan, and I want to thank you for watching my video and leaving a like rating. Apparently, not a whole lot of people enjoyed the idea of a touchscreen controller in my last video, and apparently the Wii U does that. I was unaware that the Wii U does that, mainly because I don't have a Wii U. I don't even have a Wii. The reason I didn't, I'm just not into Wii. I mean, there's games on the Wii that I enjoy, like Super Mario Party, but for the most part, I don't even go to the Wii section. It's just a gimmick, and it's just not a gimmick that I like. I mean, I don't use the Move or the Kinect either, and I don't know. It's just that. Gameplay in front of you. The gameplay in front of you, you've seen a little bit of it already. This is actually a series that me, Mmagmar, and Kyle attempted to do called The Survivor, which is basically like a road to the lost. But the fact is, everybody on your team can start with only a knife. Just a knife. No perks, no guns, no attachments, no tactical grenades, nothing. Your entire kit has no attachments. And you start with a knife, and you go on there. You have to scavenge everything you can get. Be it weapons, be it loadout, everything. I'm thinking about redefining it, and maybe like you can use perks, but you can't use perks that are like Flak Jacket. You have to use perks where it seems like more of a natural ability, such as Cold-Blooded would fit into the Survivor theme. So would like Dead Silence. Whereas something like Tactical Mask would mean that you prepared. I don't know. You kind of get what I'm saying. The theme of this is just something cool. I mean, Guns for Hire does a series called Spyman, which basically you can go in and use a pistol. Which on this game, using a pistol is very easy. And, you know, it kind of takes away from some of the luster of Spyman. It kind of reminds me back of like a Sea Nanners. Sea Nanners had some incredible World at War gameplays. I used to be a Sea Nanners fanboy. I mean, not so much now since he plays like the Hidden almost exclusively, and I have no desire to play the Hidden. I mean, Hidden's pretty much hide and seek. If you played hide and seek on the Atari, I don't know, that's just bad line of thinking. But enough with bashing the Hidden. I liked watching Sea Nanners play World at War. He played it so eloquently, and everything he did was masterful. And one of the things he did was get flawless free-for-alls with just a pistol. I remember him doing it. It was on Knee Deep. I also remember him getting a flawless knife only on Knee Deep. So one of the ideas I want to implement, since basically anybody can see the good gameplay, everybody knows the maps. Nobody's really that excited for the map packs. I want to try to start doing little challenges. I mean, trying to keep the game entertaining for me. Because generally if I run with my friends, like if me, Mmagmar, and Kyle were running guns, this game's over. I mean, there's nothing that the enemy team can do. We're going to beat them 90% of the time. But if we're using Legacy Southpaw, that's a whole different story. That's something I've been wanting to go back and adventure in again, Legacy Southpaw. I did it once in Modern Warfare 2. I tried to play a game of Legacy Southpaw, and it was fun. I was actually finding myself just laughing and having a good time because it was just so hard to use. And like, you got excited for kill streaks again. Like, if you get a kill streak with Legacy Southpaw, you're doing something. And that's just something I want to bring back into it. You might see some other gameplay of the other series we did, which was Sticks and Stones to the Lost, which basically we used the crossbow, a knife like you're seeing me use right now, and the tomahawks as our only means of weapons. You couldn't pick up any other weapons or do anything like that, but you were allowed to use perks and kill streaks, and that's actually very tough. I mean, a couple of pro tips on that kind of situation: you need to run Blind Eye, and since I'm thinking about Blind Eye sucks. This Call of Duty, Blind Eye doesn't seem like it does anything. Remember in previous games, Blind Eye would basically save you time and time and time again. And that guy right there is a good example of somebody that would just been dead if I had a gun. But this is actually a really cool game. This is actually the best Survivor game that I ever got, even though we lost. We lost pretty badly here. But KD-wise, it was a really good Survivor game. And we won the first one. We lost this one. And we only played 2. Hard challenge is much harder than Sticks and Stones stick 'em to the loss. But wow, you guys should give it a try. Take 2 or 3 of your buddies into domination and try to beat them by using their only guns. Or you call this guerrilla fighter, I don't know. A bunch of different names. I'm Outy5000. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
What's up, guys? Are you ready for some league play? Right here on Intense Camping Productions. What's up? It's not the league play everybody wants to see, but it's the league play that I enjoy doing. And I think that's a big section of video games that are out there that people no longer understand how to enjoy playing a video game. League play TDM is something I enjoy because if you remember the history of my channel as a whole, I've always played TDM. I mean, it's just something that I like doing. TDM basically where I broke my roots at. I played a lot of Search and Destroy when I was really cutting my teeth on the game, mainly because it was like realistic sniping. That was my selling point for Search and Destroy back in COD 4. It's got more realistic sniping. This is more realistic, and I have more fun. Well, mainly because I wasn't very good at sniping, and I always would get snuck up on because I didn't have a headset. Well, PlayStation didn't even make a headset. There was no headset you could make that was being made at the time that you could actually sound horror on when I started playing COD 4. Look at that 3-piece. Ugh! Vicious. But PlayStation didn't make a headset at the time, so I didn't have any of that. I always would get snuck up on. So I figured out quickly that if nobody respawned, nobody could sneak up on me after I shot them. And I ended up making friends in Search and Destroys, blah, 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 blah. A year and a half of trick sniping and, you know, Search and Destroy, trying to clutch it with a sniper. I decided that maybe I should use the other guns. And that's pretty much when I started my YouTube channel. I was like fresh out of using the sniper. I continued to use the sniper almost another year. And it wasn't until I had to move over to Xbox that I gave up sniping almost predominantly. And I started getting frustrated with games. Used to, I loved the snipe. I did. I mean, I remember making a Modern Warfare 2 video where I'm like, yeah, I got 30 nukes with intervention. I'm a boss man. That's when I was really cocky. I mean, that's where I actually cared about being considered really good at the game. Nowadays, I would be lying to you if I said I didn't care about being considered good at the game. But at the same time, I think that's just the natural urge that people always want to be good at whatever they do. I mean, I'm by no means the worst player. I'm not the greatest either. I mean, I've seen that. I mean, there's so many people out there nowadays that wasn't back in the day. When I first started, there was no TBNR frags. There was no guys like this. And, you know, the competitive scene was non-existent. I mean, there were good players in GB, but nobody knew their names. I mean, nowadays they're getting brought to light because people are starting to learn their names. But, different world, different scenario, different time. Why do I like League TDM? Well, one, it's fun. It doesn't limit you. Like, I don't like the limitations. And matter of fact, the big part is I don't like competitive hardpoint. Love capture the flag. Love search and destroy. Don't like competitive hardpoint. And it seems like to me, competitive hardpoint is what mainly you play in Championship League play. It's not saying I'm not good at Championship League play. I generally win 80 to 85% of all the matches I play. I mean, my master rank almost every season goes to show that I'm pretty good at it. But, you know, it's just... Why didn't I get more than one here? Oh, I got 2. I should have got a lot more there. But it's just not fun. I just don't enjoy it. And if you want to notice this game, I don't know if you noticed, but they really turned up awareness. Like, I haven't really noticed it because I usually don't run it unless I'm playing League Play. But man, awareness is really... It's not great, but it's pretty damn good right now. It's been your boy, Wings of Redemption. I think more people should give League Play TDM a chance. The only downside of it is people leave. That's the big downside of it. And the shield stuff. You run into the shield stuff at the high end. But you gotta learn how to beat it. And I look at it as strategy. Peace, people. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Jordy Jordan. And we're back. Today, we're going to talk about Dead Silence and Awareness on Intense Camping Productions. Well, I've always been a skeptic. Well, one of the main reasons I've slowly but surely not liked the last couple of Call of Duties, but keep in mind that I'm fully aware that Modern Warfare 3 with SitRep Pro, you could sound whore very well. Yeah, but the fact is you couldn't really have the dead silence and the ability to able to hear people on both liking without using the specialist class. Since I really love using the kill streaks. One of the things that really drove me to Call of Duty was the kill streaks themselves. I mean, if I wanted to just play for kills, I'd play Battlefield. If I wanted to just play for kills, there's a number of games I could play. The calling thing for me on Call of Duty was the kill streaks. I love the attack chopper, I love the airstrike, I love the dogs. And when Modern Warfare 2 came out, it was a smorgasbord of really, really good, fun kill streak based gameplay. By the way, this game right here, it's League Play. And I do really well in it. And you know, my back's hurting, carrying the team. Had some very fun times on PS3 today with League Play. A little bit more on that a little bit later. Let's get back to Dead Silence and Awareness. Dead Silence and Awareness, I don't know if they've patched them. I don't really follow the patches. I don't really follow a lot of things. I probably should, since I pretty much do YouTube for a living. Or, you know, is my primary source of income. And I don't really follow video game releases. I don't follow video game consoles. I don't follow video game trends. That's how I mess up sometimes with stuff like the controller. I didn't know the Wii U controller had, you know, some kind of touch screen in the middle of it. No clue. You know why? Because I don't play Wii. I think I've played Wii 3 times in my life. And all 3 of those times it was either bowling or archery. That's all I play on Wii. Bowling or archery. I know there's some motherfucker out there but you should have got on and played that Wii Fit, son. That's what you need, Wings, you fat. I wish Nintendo Wii made a dick-sucking game. Because your bitch ass would be great at it. And I could see your high score on the fucking scoreboard. I mean, keep on going with that. But, sorry, I thought about some Zeddy Boo. But Dead Silence and Awareness is really, really freaking good in TDM. And I really like it. I really enjoy it. I mean, I want to try it in other game modes, but I know it's going to be really loud. Especially a game mode that really spams grenades. Grenades in this game are like boom, boom, boom. It's really loud. And I understand it's supposed to be immersive. That's what they're going for. To be immersive. When you have that headset going up and you hear the grenades go off, it's like BAM! Boom! And it's like, ugh! It blows your eardrums out. I don't know. I'm a sucker. I mean, I really like the way the old Call of Duty's played. I did. But let's talk about the Call of Duty right now. Since I'm talking, why am I on PS3? Well, sadly, here, just look at this. As you can see here, my Xbox kind of ringed my copy of Black Ops 2. And I kind of remember when this happened. What it did, I was playing Fallout 3 on my Let's Play. Oh, segue skills. If you haven't checked my Let's Play, I'm doing a Let's Play on Fallout 3 on War God YouTube. It's in the description below as my secondary channel. I'm be doing Metro Last Light next week. And Fallout is still going to continue most likely because it's a long-ass game. But back to on topic. Yeah, so it's like, I'm at the point like I don't want to buy Black Ops 2 again. I don't. I mean, I have it for PC. I have it for PS3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and download it to my console off my brother's disc and see if I can run the game based off the disc. Like just put the disc in, run the game, and have the game run off the system. Kind of like I did with Modern Warfare 2, because in Modern Warfare 2, something similar happened to my Xbox disc. My Xbox disc cracked in the center. So, I don't know, maybe that works, because I kind of hope that works, because
I bought the map pack for Xbox. I mean, the whole, you know, DLC, whatever, the whole sheboygan was for Xbox. So, yeah. Hopefully that works out. Some fun stuff I want to implement. Somebody had a great idea to do like a Truck Monday. So I'm hoping to do Truck Monday this next week. But to do that, I'm going to need somebody that has a truck that lives somewhere down South Carolina. If you live around South Carolina or around the Myrtle Beach area and you have a truck that you wouldn't mind me reviewing and putting on camera, send me a personal message. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption, and this commentary has been Chevy approved.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and today we're going to be talking about depression on Intense Camping Productions. Man, depression sucks. It does. There's lots of things that cause depression, and there's lots of remedies that people say do it. And like, I'm an advocate myself of just getting over it, and that's what I'm doing. Just fucking getting over it. I'm not gonna sit here and stew for like 3 or 4 months on being depressed, but I do want to make a commentary about it. And it's not gonna be there's gonna be some negativity in commentary, but I'm not gonna put it out the negativity you think is gonna be coming to you. Oh man, stuff you see when you're depressed. Well, you kind of see things in a different light. There's the glass half full, glass half empty type of people that really kind of put the basis out there for all of this commentary I'm about to lay upon you. And I try to be a glass half full type of person. But in all reality, I'm a glass empty type person. Mainly it's because it's a defense mechanism. It's what it is in realism. It's a defense mechanism. It's because most of my experience in life has been people been either picking on me or people wanting something from me. And you kind of always go toward the defense mechanism when that thing. I always see, in my mind, I see people with a glass half full, mentality as like innocence, untamed, or just people that just haven't been corrupted by the system. I know that there's more people just being optimistic. Because the system corrupts everybody. The system affects everybody. There's nobody that doesn't have these feelings that I'm feeling. I just do worse coping with them. And it's something I fight a battle with, and, putting blame on someone else as like they haven't been touched by the system that I have, they don't know what I've experienced, is bullshit. But it helps me sleep at night. What can I say? Oh, and by the way, my voice is because I just woke up. I have a sinus problem, and what happens is all that sinus drains into the back of my throat, and my vocal cords get coated, and I'm sure somebody's eating right now and enjoying this conversation. But that's why my voice changes when I do commentaries in the morning. Well, why don't you do commentaries later? Well, I haven't done a video in 5 days. When I get the spur or the inspiration to do a video, I better do it, because I've been really unmotivated. So that's why I'm doing this now. But like I said, depression and noticing stuff. Well, when I get, I don't know if depression is the right word. When I get down, I don't really feel motivated to do things like anything, for example. Like when I'm down, what I want to do is I want to sleep first off, and sleeping I do I do a lot of it. I want to sleep long, I want to sleep hard, and I'll sleep in. Like, I'll sleep 8 hours, be like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything, roll over and go back to sleep. That's one of my little cope methods. 2, I'm very judgmental about everything I do when I'm up. Like, I don't know why it is. When I'm down and depressed and don't feel good, I want other people to not feel good too. So it doesn't even matter if they can even tell that I'm upset at them. I'll be sitting on the computer on the ABC News. Like, I was just looking at this thing before I started this commentary. Tesla Motors can't be sold in North Carolina because they use a method that isn't a dealership. Well, North Carolina's passing a bill that you're not allowed to sell a car, like a brand new car, without going through the license of a dealership. I'm like, hey, create a couple more loopholes, North Carolina. Oh, and while you're creating those loopholes, put your own money in there too. Well, I know from experience the states are increasing taxes on everything and doing all this because they're hard up for cash. Everybody's hard up for cash. I mean, the fact is we have these expensive wars that everybody's paying for and stuff. And you have these people that vote Mark Stanford back into power. Stupid South Carolina. And wonder why our cash money is just, drizzled out. It's because you don't spend your cash properly, dude. Like, you invest, like, billions and billions of dollars. Like for example, we repaved 544 here in Horry County. We repaid 544. They probably spent, I don't know, they spent a lot of money repaving that road. It took them a while. And the reason I'm saying they repaid 544 is because it didn't need it. It was one of the better roads in Myrtle Beach. It was fantastic. I mean, they just redone it, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago when they made it a 4-lane. Well, they made it a 4-lane longer 4 or 5 years ago. Well, 10 years ago. I don't know when they made it a 4-lane, but it wasn't like back in the 50s. They made it a 4-lane just recently in the 2000s somewhere. And it was repaved then, and the pavement on the road was fine. I mean, I drove it almost every day for like 2 years. It was perfectly fine. It was nice and smooth, and I mean, a little crack in the road is going to happen, but the fact is, trucks don't go on the road. It's not a trucking route. I mean, and Dodge Neons are not going to crack the road up that damn bad. I don't know. It just seems like they were blowing money to waste money. And I had a guy, his name was Chris Phipps. He was actually one of my boss men during my life. And Chris, he worked in the Air Force, and he worked in the maintenance department of an Air Force base. He's part of the Air Force, but he's part of the maintenance. I don't know, it's just complicated. But he said that when he ran the Air Force, that he'd had to have his men paint lines that were just painted. And the reason because of that is because of budgets. If you give a department a budget, and they don't use that entire budget, they won't get the same budget again next year. So you have to blow money and waste money to keep your budget up. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, why can't they just give you money when you need money? Like, and just do it month by month. I mean, that seems more logical. And like, instead of making people waste money, why would you waste time and money painting lines that already are perfectly in good condition? That's wasteful. That's what that is. That's the definition of wasteful. And I know that bothers me because, Earth has finite resources. Even though we might have a lot of fucking paint, we eventually will run out of shit to make paint. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to run out of shit to make paint. But, I'm hoping paint's a finite resource at this point. I'm just talking out my ass here. We can do stuff like oil. Oil, steel, boron, silicon. All this shit will eventually run out. Diamonds, gold. That will run out. And the soil will eventually go completely, whatever. Why be wasteful with what you have for a set of rules, regulations for a piece of paper that was set in power by man to determine the spending power? If the line doesn't need to be painted, don't paint the fucking line. I mean, oh my lord, this beautification process is just crap. And part of and beautification is annoying too. Like in my town, I live in Conway, we have the Beautification of Conway project. And what they basically do is they put 2 big bushes around every damn drive-in. I mean, when I say drive-in, I mean like an area you drive in off the road into like a store or something. So there's 2 big old bushes on each side of every one of those. And you know what they do? Block your view from traffic. I'd much rather have like a little baby cactus or some bullshit there, so I can see the cars coming. That 3,000-pound piece of steel coming at me at 45 miles an hour, and care about that damn bush and the way my town looks. Because you know why? People are going to come to Conway regardless if that bush is there or not. You know why? Because we live next to Myrtle Beach, and Myrtle Beach is fucking expensive. That's why people come to Conway. And people come to stay at Conway and stay at our hotels because the Myrtle Beach hotels are A, either full, or B, too fucking expensive. And I don't think they give a shit how pretty Conway is. Conway is this shitty little river town that sits off the PD and the Waccamaw, and there's really nothing special about it at all. It's ridiculous. I don't know. I haven't done nothing in 5 days. I do have an idea for truck talk this week, but I still need a GMT 900. So if you live in the area and you got a GMT 900, which is basically a Silverado or GMC Sierra from 2007, not the classic, the NBS, to 2013. They sit on the GMT 900 platform with the 5.3 liter V8. Give me a message. I'll be willing to drive. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption. Thank you for listening to me vent, and I'm out at 5,000. You guys, hopefully I have another video out today. Peace.
Hey guys, it's your boy Wings again, and I really want to talk about something that's very important in my life. I went to I didn't go to, but I felt like going to MLG Raleigh about 2 years ago, and MLG Raleigh was very good in my life, and it was exciting because I get to be around all the MLG players, and did this one time, my dog, I got a dog, and oh, by the way, if you give me water, I get hydrated. But I got a dog one time, and the dog took a poop, and that poop, why the hell do people listen to commentaries like this? I was watching some other stuff, and I'm like, there's people around my same size as me that come off like this. All they do is say over and over and over again, come up with the most monotone crap, and then put it with the most boring gameplay as humanly possible. I mean, I realize that my channel is not the bee's knees anymore, and I realize that what I do is getting stale. Well, hell, but like Legend of Thunder, I mean, his channel is nothing but bickering, and it's blowing up. Why don't I go back to bickering? Because it's what I'm good at. I can't stand gimmicks. I can't stand when a channel's run off a gimmick. I can't stand when somebody's being fake. I hate fakers. You know why I hate fakers? Because fakers are people that are going to stab you in the back. They're untruthful, and you have people standing around astonished when they actually crack later on in life. When somebody that you realize is supposed to be this great, wonderful person ends up being a total and complete turd, you realize they were a faker. They were a person that will say and do anything it takes to succeed. And I hate those kind of people. You probably hate those kind of people. How many of you guys that are listening to this conversation right now actually have a job? I'm pretty sure a good of you said yes. And at that job, I bet you there's a cocksucker. We all know who that cocksucker is. And I'm not talking about, Jenny from the block. I'm talking about a real fucking deal cocksucker. The metaphorical kind. The kind that will go behind your back and tell you, the boss, that you took an extra bathroom break or some bullshit to try to better himself in life. That straight, real deal, devil in the eyes cocksucker. That kind of person. And I see a person that fakes their personality as that same type of person. That same type of person that is willing to do anything to get ahead of you, to use your back as a stepping stone. That's the same kind of person that will come to you in a YouTube message and ask for a shout out or to look at their videos without even supporting your own. You know what the first thing I do is when somebody asks me for a shout out? I go look at their channel and look at their feed and see if they liked any of my videos in the last week. Because I don't expect everybody to watch every video I put out, but I do expect somebody that wants something from me to watch at least one video a week. And you know what majority of them are? Majority of them aren't even subscribed to me. They're using me as a fishing net. What is a fishing net? Fishing net's a term. Well, a fishing net's something that you catch fish with, but the way I'm using fishing net is a term to throw out a big line and catch the most fish possible. People do this on dating sites all the time. What they do is they create a note file that puts in what they're looking for, and they send it to every female that they find desirable. And then after everybody responds, you have a responding pool of like 15 females, and you slowly work it out from there to see who you're compatible with. And this is where we're at. You have YouTube ruled by these people that don't have their own kind of personalities. If you have any type of your own personalities, you try to hide every bad flaw in it. And I'm not trying to say it's be a snake oil salesman here, like, oh yeah, my shit's the bomb. I mean, my shit sucks too. It does. I mean, I don't have the proper work ethic. I don't have the proper editing skills and talent. All I pretty much have is the ability to play video games. And I realize this. All I do have is the ability to play video games, and I have no fucking filter. There's no filter between my brain and my mouth. Thus, I say shit that gets me in trouble all the damn time. Hell, it's just the way I am. I only can be the one person, and that is me. Because I don't want to be that guy that steps on somebody. I don't want to be that guy that, just got done stepping on, Joe from accounting and then drive right by somebody because I'm afraid that the hitchhiker is going to slash my throat. It's bullshit. You're a scared person, you're a coward, and that's all you are at the end. It might be successful, you might have people placated, but guess what? Every dream runs out. At one point, I was the top of YouTube. Now, I don't even think people recognize me as an original commentator. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption, and I did this video because I'm tired of seeing where YouTube is heading. And, even if it takes my channel down the drain, fuck it. Leave a like rating because I need them. It's been your boy, Jody Jordan, Cap 40 Jody. Peace. Hey guys, it's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm going to give you a little first talk about Metro Last Light. I could review the game. I have what most people that play the requirements of a review, being I've beat the game on hardcore ranger mode at this point. But I'm not going to review the game in total because my review will be a little biased as a whole. And mainly because of the frustration that was brought to me upon playing it on PC. And we'll get a little bit more into that. So don't take this as a review. Don't take this as what you're going to basically buying the game off of. Take this as for what it is. An opinion of somebody that actually beat the game and played the first and second one. Alright, so let's go and give a little backstory. I played Metro 2033 on the Xbox. I actually bought the game as an achievement game. I bought it just to get achievement points. And I ended up loving the game to death. I really, 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 really enjoyed the game. And it was so much I enjoyed it, I've probably beaten it 4 times at this point. I love the atmosphere it created. I love Artyom. And there's a couple things that kind of made me sad with the Artyom of Last Light. One, they changed the voice actor. The guy does a really good job voice acting. Don't get me wrong. He doesn't do a poor job of what he did. But the fact is, the original voice actor made it seem like he sounded a lot like my buddy the Gervin, and it always made me smile when I heard him talk because, like, oh, it was like hanging out with the Gervin again. And so I was like, yeah. So I always pictured myself playing as the Gervin instead of Artyom on Metro 2033. The sequel, from the storyline wise. The sequel doesn't follow a book. It's actually inspired by the first book, but it doesn't follow Metro 2034. It's kind of like a continuation of Metro 2033. And you can tell it by the way the story progresses, how it flows, and it just has more of a cliche feeling to it, whereas the first game felt like a story that you had to pretty much eat and digest and come back to again and again and again and think about. This one is more clean cut, out there, look to draw a mass crowd. They did a couple tasteless things, tasteless in my opinion, throughout the game. They have nudity, which is not needed. Who buys a, futuristic apocalypse type game and like, oh, I want to see some Russian boobies? They could have cut those scenes completely out, and I've been perfectly fine because it's not that it's not cool to see boobies. It's just that it's tasteless in a video game format. I understand this game's rated M for mature, and they did do something that I thought was really good. It is they didn't really child it down. There's gonna be a lot of cussing. There's nudity. There's lots of gore, and the whole nine. And they didn't child it down. They didn't tack on a multiplayer, which they were originally going to do. And I'm happy they didn't tack on the multiplayer. Because Metro is not a multiplayer game. Nobody wants to get on Metro and play multiplayer. I mean, but at this point in the time in the game, you're pretty much, you're pretty much forced to tack a multiplayer on in hopes that it's going to be a Call of Duty competitor or hopes it's going to add some kind of sales. Did anybody buy Tomb Raider because of the sales or the multiplayer? I'd say it's very doubtful, very doubtful indeed. And it's kind of an insult that Tomb Raider actually is selling, you know, multiplayer DLC at this point. I mean, that's a waste of money. But that's a different video altogether. Metro Last Light. What is my first opinion on the game? Well, the stealth mechanic has been vastly improved. Don't take this actual footage of the game itself as an idea of what the game looks like. It is the game, but I've actually kicked the brightness up a good deal in Sony Vegas, basically so you can actually see what's happening. It's a very dark game. Basically, the light's pretty much all you get, and in some areas you're pitch black, dead seriously. And to basically make the game viewable on YouTube, I have to warm the colors up and bring it up to speed. The game doesn't look like this. It's a lot more dark, a lot more defined. And you get to do a lot of cool stuff. Like I set that thing on fire, and it sends people in a frenzy looking for you. I really love the stealth mechanic of the game. But I really like the first stealth mechanic too. So that was always a good object. I love how Metro gives you a choice to base it on 2 or 3 different ways. You can go stealthy, you can go full out. It's really cool. Ranger mode. Let me talk about the downs of Ranger mode here. Alright, I'm an advocate of playing the game on the hardest difficulty setting. I'm one of those guys that think that the game is meant to be played on hard. Mainly because it gives you different things. Ranger hardcore mode is stupid. I'm going to say it. It's stupid. I was going to do a let's play of this game, but I'm kind of debating not doing it now just because of how frustrating Ranger hardcore mode is. And it's not because it's a hard game mode. The game is really, really, really easy at times. I mean, most of the time you do so much damage. Like almost everybody dies with 1 or 2 shots on Ranger hardcore mode. That is pretty much almost like running a maze. Every area is a maze with enemies in it, and you have to figure out how to kill said enemies. Ammo is not really a concern. I think there was like 2 times I ever had ammo problems, and a lot of that could have been alleviated by me just switching to my overabundant cost of military grade ammunition to finish them off. One would be almost all of them are boss fights. I mean, and another thing that kind of bothered me is that the military grade ammunition is worthless in towns. Pretty much you buy throwing knives, and that's pretty much the only thing you want to buy. Because weapons are interchangeable. They usually give you what weapon you need when you need it. And you get an ammo, you can collect max amount of every ammo. So you don't really need to buy weapons in town. You don't really need throwing knives. That's pretty much my first review of the game. Everything else will be bitching. If you guys really would like to see like a bitching style video about the PC of Metro Last Light, let me know in the comment section below. I don't have any more footage right now, so I'm talking to you on a black thing. Did I enjoy the game? I enjoyed the game, but I really wish I didn't buy it on PC. If you want to know more, let me know. What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and as most people would say, I have the most boring, monotone voice on YouTube. But unlike a lot of people, I'm not going to talk about my dog or any other that, you know, ice cream stuff. Oh my God, yeah, whatever. I want to talk about some real shit, some of that bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? 2 things that come to mind, and they're kind of old. Well, one of them's kind of old, one of them's kind of new. Let's go ahead and get the kind of new one out the way first. Nintendo has created a YouTube channel. It created it in February 2013, and it is now, to this day, it is starting to claim all Nintendo games. Wow. I don't know how many of you out there follow me, or follow me realistically, or just come to check up and just for my commentary videos. But I really wanted a Let's Play channel. I did. I still want a Let's Play channel. Why? Because it's what I actually got into YouTube. watching. Like, I created the account Wings of Redemption. It was to watch the Angry Video Game Nerd and to watch a fella named by the name of Necroscope. And I ended up watching a couple other guys. I ended up getting to like the Spoonie. Spoonie was doing a Let's Play of Phantasmagoria 2, which Spoonie actually, he got kicked off of YouTube, and now he has the Spoonie Experiment, which I haven't looked at in years because I only watched him for his Let's Play. You know, things like that happen. But I watched a lot of Let's Plays. I watched Phantasmagoria 2, Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, I forgot who I watched playing Dungeons and Dragons. But irregardless, Nintendo is now claiming all Let's Plays on their games, old or new. This is going to run into a couple problems for channels like HC Bailey, who plays Final Fantasy, because the original Final Fantasies are all Nintendo games, and they could get claimed. I mean, it's serious, and I think this is trash. It is. It's what this is. Some people are on both sides of the fence on this. Some people say that YouTube is not advertisement or free advertisement for the company. And I've even seen somebody comment to say, I don't know anybody who's bought a game off of YouTube. Well, I kind of buy all my games on the fence about from Let's Plays. If I'm looking like, I've actually done it in the store. If I'm like, well, wonder what this game looks like. I'll pop my phone out, put in Let's Play this game, and watch somebody play it. And I'll base my decision off the 10 minutes that I see there. And then I'll buy the game or not. I mean, that's just one of my things I do personally. Because when I see somebody playing it, I can see the game. I don't have to look by 2 or 3 pictures on the back of the box. I don't have to look at like the headline saying, IGN gave it this. I don't give a fuck what IGN gives it. IGN gets paid for their reviews. I don't give a fuck about what Game Informer says. I don't give a fuck about what any magazine review artist says. I mean, people gave Resident Evil 6 a bad review. Loved the game. People gave Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City a bad review. Loved the game. I mean, bad reviews don't mean nothing to me. Unless the reviewer actually is competent. Because, you know what? Let me put this out on a limb. I'm friends with a guy named Boss Jedi Zohan. And he writes for a gaming website. MP First or something like that. And reading his articles, I see the bias in them. And talking to the guy, I see the bias as well. So basically what I'm getting with him is a biased look at the game. It's not one of those reviews that are completely unbiased. Do you like this game if you're in this genre or not? It's just a bashing. So when I watch a Let's Play, I can watch 2 or 3 Let's Plays and get 3 different people's opinions on the same game. And me, that's a good marketing tool, especially when you get paid for it. What it looks like to me is this is Nintendo's way of making up for the poor sales of the Wii U. Why don't you make a console that actually competes with the PlayStation and the Xbox? And stop trying to make all the money off the kids. It worked with the Wii, but the Wii was ahead of its time. The Wii U, on the other hand, just ain't cutting it. Another thing. Let's go and talk about the topic number 2. Joe Biden, the Vice President of the United States, wants to tax violent video games. Wow. Is that the answer in America today? Taxes, 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 taxes. Let me tell you something. Taxes are a fucking joke. They are. I mean, this is my personal opinion. I understand the need for taxes. I understand the reasoning for taxes. But they want to raise taxes on everything. I mean, my city I live in myself, Conway, we have like a 7 or 8% food tax. Myrtle Beach has a 5% food tax. Where's the extra 3% going to? Myrtle Beach is a nicer looking city than Conway. Why is Conway? I don't know. It's just pointless. They want to raise the tax on violent video games. That would mean you have to pay more money for your violent video game than for, I don't know, Fluffy Bunny Foo-Foo. And almost every game falls into the violent video game category. Like, why? I'm assuming it's going to be on both levels. It's going to be at the consumer level and the producer level. When the producer level, you got to pay more money to make a violent video game. But like, why? Violent video games are what sell, Joe Biden. People don't buy violent video games by mistake. They don't go home. They don't go to the store, get, I don't know, Call of Duty, Blood, Sport 18, and think, man, I wonder if there's going to be bunnies in this game. And get home and be like, oh. No, they buy it because they want to blow their brains out. One of the cool things I bought Call of Duty 4 for, one of the reasons I bought Call of Duty 4 was for the brains. I seen a buddy of mine playing it, and he shot a guy with the Remington 700, and he hit him in the head. It was on vacant. And boom, brains scattered all over the wall. I'm like, I have to have this. And I brought Call of Duty, and like one of my fondest moments of Call of Duty World at War was a search and destroy game. I picked up a Browning for the first time, and I shot the guy. It was on court. I shot him coming around the thing, and he cut the man in half. It's like, I'm like, oh, fucking sack. And it's like, man, why are you trying to tax? It just seems like, oh, the answer is the taxes. That's gonna solve violent video games. Taxing. That's like, oh, pay me more money and the air will be cleaner. What? How is you getting tax money out of this going to help violent video games? What's the fucking point of it? I don't know. Especially with Wings of Redemption, and I'm out of 5,000. It's not a truck video without 0 to 60. Boost a little bit. Said not the fastest in the world, not the slowest either. I mean, it's faster than some four-cylinder sedans, but it's a truck in the end. Well, hello. My name is Jordy Jordan, and I'm a lifelong gamer, and I'm a part-time fake psychiatrist. One of the things that I really, really enjoy is pickup trucks. And through this passion, I can be looked at as weird. Through this passion, I can be looked at as strange. And through this passion, I can be looked at with puzzlement. But the fact is, it doesn't change the fact that I love pickup trucks. Is there any harm in loving pickup trucks? No. Is there any hate for loving pickup trucks? Yes. But hate is a general term for people that just don't understand. I mean, a lot of people disagree or bash you because of ignorance. And ignorance doesn't mean stupid. A lot of people use the term ignorance like it means stupid. Ignorance means to not have any knowledge of a certain subject. Like, for example, I would be ignorant of the Spanish language. But back to the topic at hand. Ignorance of a subject. Well, a lot of people want to chime in and talk about things that they're unaware of, or maybe they have not a complete understanding of. One of the things I've been trying to do as I've grown older was not to criticize somebody that can do better at something than myself. For instance, on PKA, we talked about Kimbo Slice, and immediately my two co-hosts wanted to basically wash the table with Kimbo Slice. For those of you who don't know who Kimbo Slice is, he's a really good street fighter. He was very popular on the street fighting scene. He made a very big presence on things like Live League, YouTube, and WorldStarHipHop.com for fighting in backyards and things like that. So he decided to try his hand at MMA, going up against people that pretty much fight for a living. And he didn't do terrible, but he wasn't a world champion either. But let me say this. I couldn't beat a Kimbo Slice. Well, I called him a Kimbo Slice. Sandy Ravage. I couldn't beat Kimbo Slice on my best day. I couldn't sucker punch this guy and win a fight. I couldn't hit this guy with a lead pipe and beat him. He's just that much more skilled of a fighter than I am.
So in that instance, I try not to belittle the man for not doing well in MMA, because I wouldn't do well in MMA, and I have no grounds to criticize him for his ability to fight professional fighters. That sounds kind of stupid when you say it that way, right? You're criticizing somebody who's fighting professionally, whereas you're professionally going to the water cooler. But that's not to bash you for going professionally to the water cooler either. Akimbo Slice couldn't do your job, and that's what makes everybody different. I've done a commentary on this subject before, basically talking about how people want to bash somebody else for the way they look, the way they dress, the way they decide to spend their time. Like, for example, I just seen something on Twitter today. A fairly prominent commentator was getting hosed by a guy, and he was in his right to defend himself. But what he said kind of bothered me. What he said was like, "Oh, LOL, trophy and achievement hunter," and like that bothered me because I like the trophy and achievement hunt. It's a fun hobby, and like what makes somebody different because they trophy and achievement hunt? Nothing. I mean, they're out there doing what they enjoy. That's what they want to do with their pastimes. Like, if I wasn't doing YouTube, I would probably still play video games. Even though I've said so in the past that I hate video games, that's more of like tantrum, I'm upset right now kind of talk. Whereas, in truth, I don't like certain video games. And it's not even Call of Duty. Call of Duty is an enjoyable game when you don't play Call of Duty every day. If you play Call of Duty on the weekends, you play it maybe an hour 3 or 4 days a week, or you play it with your friends, Call of Duty is a very enjoyable game, and they're doing a great job on it. You might disagree with me on this, but the statistics don't lie. As much as people want to believe that statistics mean nothing, they generally don't lie. A person with a 4-win loss generally wins the game. Most of the time. Maybe he wins 4 out of every... He wins 4 games. He gets 1 loss out of every 4 times. Out of every 5 times he plays. So he wins 4 out of 5 games. Whereas a person with a 0.5 win-loss plays by themselves a lot. They're never really the influencing matter on a win or a loss. I mean, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Statistics do not lie. And statistically, Call of Duty is a very successful game. Even if they don't do as well as the one previous to them. If they do anywhere near the ballpark, they're more successful than probably 80% of the games that were ever made. Period. And that gets into the actual topic. Gimmicks. People always want to shoehorn me into liking a certain type of music, be it metal, be it rap. I've actually gotten both of those in the last week. I thought you liked metal, Wings, or oh, I thought you only listened to rap, Wings. Oh, I thought you listened to country music, Hillbilly. I listen to all 3. I do. I honestly do, because I feel like if I was to corner myself and only listen to one type of music, I would be denying myself an experience based off the need for ignorance. When you go, I only listen to metal, you're basically telling me that you want to be ignorant towards everything else. You don't want to experience anything else. What your retort will be is like, yeah, I've experienced it and I didn't like it. But how much time did you give it? Think about Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is hot right now. Well, he's been hot for a couple years now. Big guy. I mean, when he puts a song out, people take notice. And like I said before, statistics do not lie. People enjoy Justin Bieber. And then there's 2 types of songs. I had a guy on my podcast called Big Wax. And Big Wax basically told me this when I asked him a question, what he thought about rappers like Lil Wayne. He told me that everything, or every genre of music has its gimmicks. And every era of music, since the beginning of music, has had gimmicky people that made hit songs. And the fact is, gimmicks aren't remembered as fondly as people who create classics. More people will look at a Metallica's One, and they won't compare, and they'll consider that a better song than
say like Tone Locks, Bust a Move, because they were gimmicks. Let's go to country music. Country music has a better defined, more laid out idea of what a gimmick is. Take, for example, a song like the White Yoakums, I Ain't That Lonely Yet. Very good song, classic, very good melody. People will sing that song for the rest of humankind. Then compare it to a song like any Colt Ford song about drinking beer, hunting, fishing, mudding trucks. Those songs are hot. People enjoy them right now. But how long will people enjoy listening to, a country rap guy talk about drinking beer and mudding trucks? It's just not going to stick around. It doesn't have the staying power. I think the moral of the story is, don't limit yourself. The sky is the limit. And just be open to things. Do you think bands like Queen weren't ousted when Freddie Mercury came out and he was gay? People rebelled against them. But now Queen's considered a classic band. It's been your boy, Wings of Redemption. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for taking the time to rate.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Wings of Redemption, and I'm back bringing you a great gameplay here with a little bit of the Scout Sniper. I'm going to go ahead and name this one the Mystical Bush Wookie. Well, no, the Mystical Objective Wookie. Something like that. Something along those lines, because this is that rare occasion, that rare situation you'll see a sniper anywhere near the objective. A lot of people say they play the sniper and they play the sniper well. And I even ran into a guy this series that talked about he was a good sniper. And, his good sniper was 0 caps, 1 for 1. Come on, dude, that's not a good sniper. A sniper, the core elements of a sniper, I've always said, isn't how fast you can scope in. It's not how fast you can pretty much beast on somebody with a quick scope versus a submachine gun. When I was first starting out, quick scoping was something I did out of desperation. Like, I didn't even know what a quick scope was. I mean, I've thought about and said this before in my Scout Sniper videos is, I had a guy come on my video and start hating. This is before I knew who Hutch was or anybody. I mean, I didn't really watch Hutch when the game first came out. I mainly watched Blame Truth and Xcal, and they didn't snipe at all. I mean, Xcal's known for not sniping. But the guy goes, you're not very good at sniping. And I'm like, well, did I miss enough shots? What's up? I mean, why don't you like my video? And he's like, you didn't scope in. I like quick scopes. I'm like, oh, that's stupid. I'm not saying, I am saying quick scoping is stupid, but I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea. I mean, you play the sniper rifle is a long-range, high-powered rifle that usually has very low ammo count and is very strong and very good at dealing with long lines of sights, head glitching and things like that. Hell, I built my entire style around the sniper rifle, and I just scaled it down to a machine gun or an assault rifle. That's what I did. That's how I created the style I used from World at War till, well, nowadays it's a little bit more rushy. People say that I camp a lot. I mean, people didn't watch my older videos. I camped a whole lot more in my older videos than I ever do nowadays. Mainly because the objective play is so rewarding that it's easier to play the objective and get your kill streaks than it is to camp for them. Because, generally when you camp for your kill streaks, you always get killed one off by lag comp or something like that. I actually mess up right there. But sniping as a whole, I feel like a sniper should do one thing and one thing only. He should basically make sure the home flag's taken, and also put himself up somewhere around the B flag. You have to be around the B flag. I mean, you can do it a couple ways in this game. Awareness has got a buff. Awareness is very good now. You can very, very good be able to hear people's footsteps, reloads, call outs. I highly suggest Dead Silence Awareness now. I mean, I made a video about it, but the video didn't go over real well. Why are you talking about gameplay, Wings? But I can't give it to enough. Please use Dead Silence Awareness. Take dexterity off. You're not going to need it no more. Dead Silence Awareness with a headset is the way to go. I'm using Dead Silence on this gameplay. I don't have awareness yet unlocked. I think I'm level 47 or 48 or 49, somewhere in that ballpark. I'm right there at the base of level 50 or 51 to get awareness. And I'm waiting for it because I'm going to be playing a lot of Search and Destroy once I get awareness. I mean, that's one thing that sucks about the PS3. I'm not Master Prestige. So the whole, I don't know if you've actually got the gist of this game yet, but the whole idea of this game right here was to basically stay around the B flag and adjust to which way they were coming. And I do a very, very good job of it. Some of the tips I like to give you for actually scout sniping is take your time and aim your shots. You'll see me spray a couple times. That's one of the benefits of the XBR-50, which I feel like the XBR-50 is actually the better sniper rifle. You just see me do that little pop in and pop out thing. I do that because, one, it doesn't bring the scope all the way down and it allows me to see the mini-map. And that's the reason I'm doing that. To kind of get an idea of where my teammates at. Because I treat my teammates as kind of like an indicator where the enemy is going to be at. Because if a teammate's there, enemy's not going to spawn there. If a teammate's all up in their spawn like they are right now, enemy's most likely going to spawn behind me. And, you know, that's the whole idea behind that. I'm actually running out of shit to say about the actual gameplay itself. Other than, you know, make sure you funnel the enemy. Make sure you have awareness on. Awareness is key for a sniper, because the big deal with scout sniping is you're always going to be aiming down sight for the most part. You're going to get that tunnel vision, and the only way you can break that tunnel vision is to be able to hear people sneaking up on you. And the way Black Ops 2 maps are set up is there's always a flank route, but the cool thing is nobody uses dead silence. Nobody does. So even like in Search and Destroy, you'll have very few people use dead silence. I don't think a lot of people are aware of the buff that awareness has gotten. So you can generally easily just kill people trying to sneak up on you by hearing them, switching to your Cat 40. I recommend a pistol secondary. Don't run the sniper by itself. And don't be afraid to switch to the Cat 40. Who cares if somebody tells you you're a bad sniper because you killed them with your secondary versus your primary. The secondary is there for a reason. It's a kit for a reason. You put a 10-point system in for a reason, and it doesn't make you any better or worse to use the secondary weapon. I mean, there's some games you might use the secondary weapon more than you use the primary. And the fact is the secondaries are so good that's actually a plus, at least it is in my book, for the sniper itself. I mean, the maps are so small, the maps are so fast, secondaries are something you're going to have to use. And just trying to determine. I find extended mags to be the best secondary. But, you know, I also, like in Search and Destroy, I've been known to use the suppressor. Because generally they can't call out in Search and Destroy. I've been known to use the suppressor a lot. Boom, right there. I almost got the stealth chopper. Almost did it. But that's just that. I mean, I wouldn't suggest dual wield Cat 40s, but I know they're popular as well. But I just don't feel like you get the proper range out the dual wield Cat 40. And I think you waste a lot more ammo than you really would, and it almost calls for scavenger. Which I have a scavenger on here because I don't have awareness, but as soon as I got awareness, I was going to switch out scavenger for awareness and not have the extra ammo. And that would limit your ability to, very limit your ability to dual wield the Cat 40. As you see here, yeah, I'm picking up a lot of secondary kills in this second half of the round. Mainly because I don't ever get into a position where I actually can use my rifle. Bouncing Betties. Bouncing Betties are pivotal for scout snipers. The reason the Bouncing Betty over the Claymore. Generally, I would use the Claymore over the Bouncing Betty for the simple reason that it's harder to dodge. Yes, it's only one way, but it's harder to dodge. But I use the Bouncing Betty more as like a guard. Like say I put my let's say I'm in Nuketown, for example. In Nuketown, you're sitting in the house, you're looking across B, you're trying to catch people coming out of their spawn. Everybody does it. You know, a lot of people do it on the enemy team. But you got to worry about the two buses and they're coming in from the right. Well, the Bouncing Betty, when it will cancel Bouncing Betty generally will cancel sprint if they survive it, and it also will give you a heads up. As soon as you hear that, you can flip over to your pistol and be ready for them. Especially if you're not in the line of sight. Thinking about the line of sight, thinking about covering the line of sight is very important, but the Bouncing Betty is almost like an early warning device, and that's how you should use it. You shouldn't really use it as a primary kill device. I find myself using the Bouncing Betty more as like I throw it in front of me to let me know if somebody's coming to the right or left of me, doing like a quick sprint across with like the adjustable stock, versus using it as just something to kill somebody for a free kill. But every now and then, like hijacked, if I'm going to hijack, let's say we got a CB, or we got C and we're going for B. I've been known to throw the bouncing Betty up towards the B flag and use it almost as like a spawn trap C4. I actually fuck up right here. Actually lose my bearings. But, you know, it's going to happen. Like I said, take your time, make the shots count. Snipers have a huge advantage on all the other weapons because they have hardly any flinch, even with toughness. Even without toughness, take it to your advantage. Remember that they're going to probably shoot you 4 or 5 times. All you got to do is one-shot them. A lot of people like the DSR because it's almost always a kill. I prefer the XBR or the Ballista. I like the Ballista because it's a little faster, quick aim down sight, and it's also a little faster thing, and it's got the same kill range as the XBR, which is big. It's huge. It's not like it's a small one. What I also like to find is don't take your time to aim high. If you're using the XBR and you see the guy, just shoot the guy. Most of the time you're going to get surprised by the actual kill range of the gun. But if you have to shoot him again, it's going to fall right back there. Just shoot him twice. I mean, you have plenty of ammo. And that's what I can give. That's tips. That's a really good game. I didn't get either one of those. But scout sniping, 52 and 9. I think I get 18 defends, dropped a 50 bomb, 5 captures. How many snipers you go out there and see you do that?
Protect the objective. UAV awaiting orders. Good job, Grunts. Get ready for the next round. Search and destroy. Protect the objectives. Friendly UAV inbound. Good job, Grunts. Get ready for the next round.
Why, hello everybody. It's your boy Jordan, and I like to play video games. Stay tuned for us. Alright guys, I recently watched a video from your boy Woodysgamertag. Whoa! And in this, he talks about Major Nelson's announcement that the Xbox is designing their system to basically buy, sell, and trade in games. And he didn't really convince me that they're not making it used games almost worthless. What they're basically saying to me, what I interpreted it as, is this. For those you... Basically, what Xbox One wants to do is you buy a game for retail, whatever retail might be. I don't know what retail for the games are. I've heard it's going to be $60 just like everything else, but we're waiting to see that. All right, you buy the game for retail. That game in itself has to be linked to your account. So you basically have to install it to your hard drive, and that game is linked to your Xbox Live account. Alright, say you get tired of the game and you go and trade it in. Well, you go trade it in, GameStop or wherever you decide to trade your game in at gives you whatever money they're going to give to you, and it goes back on the shelf. Somebody else can come along and buy the game. Is there going to be a registration fee? That's the question. Be it $5, be it $60, which was what people are worried about, is the registration fees. Xbox leaning towards there's not going to be a registration fee. But here is what they're kind of dodging. Here's what they're kind of dodging the answer with. Because the answer that Major Nelson gave was really, really, really conservative and told the truth at the same time. Basically, say you buy your game full retail and you want to take it over to your friend's house. Or you want to let your friend borrow it. Let's say I let my buddy Kelly, he borrows games all the time from me. Like, I buy a game, I beat it, whatever. It's sitting here. I'm not going to use it. I don't generally trade games in. I like to keep them, even if it's just for looks. Because I feel like I get more value keeping my game than what somebody wants to give me for them. So I give it to Kelly. And Kelly won't be able to play that game. Because, one, it's not on his system. Like, that's the key. It's not on his system. I don't understand the process that they want to do. They don't want Kelly to be able to play that game without buying that game. They don't want you to borrow it. They want me to take it over to his house and load my profile to his Xbox One or to his cloud or whatever it might be. Thus is forcing Kelly to buy the game instead of borrowing the game. So they basically dip their hands in the money again. I don't see how this is going to help them without them having a registration fee. They haven't dodged saying they're not going to have a registration fee, but I think that's the way they're going to work it out. Or they could have something like this. When you buy a used game, the GameStop has to give you the registration code for the game to load it onto your system. Thus, they pass the buck to GameStop, which they have to buy GameStop will have to buy registration codes for the used games, thus making used games more expensive, thus leading people to buy products from them brand new directly. Like, for example, I went and tried to get Black Ops 2 for Xbox again, and I looked at it, and GameStop priced it for $55 when it's $60 brand new. Well, if GameStop had to pay for the registration fee for each game they sell, then that price is going to reflect that, so it might be just as much as a new game, and it's going to cut into GameStop's profits, and they'll pass the buck on to GameStop. And then when they pass the buck on to GameStop and their prices go up, I picture them selling games on the Xbox Live Marketplace for much cheaper than GameStop can sell them used, and that will be digital, kind of like Steam. Steam, basically everything is linked to your account, and when you buy a game, you can put it on any system you want. Like if I have a laptop and I want to play Skyrim, since I bought Skyrim on Steam, I can upload it from my Steam account onto my laptop, and it works kind of like that. And if I have multiple Xboxes, as long as my Xbox Live account's up to date, blah, 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 blah. That's the whole idea. They're basically trying to catch up with Steam, and I feel like this is where they're heading. They just don't want to admit it because they're scared that Sony will not do it this way, and then maybe even GameStop will drop Xbox One possibility from their library, and all you can get is PS4 and like Wii U games at GameStop. It's possibility. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's been your boy Wings of Redemption.
What's up? I got some shit you wanna see.
Right here on Intense Camping Productions. Alright, I know there's all kinds of skill gaps, and everybody plays the game differently. Everybody has the right to play the game. But, man, they really, really, really need to redo how you get matched up. I don't care if it takes an extra 3 or 4 minutes. I can listen to a song on YouTube. But, man, how many times? Raise your hand. Let's see the head count. Have you got into a game and your team was the worst possible scenario of Down syndrome handicap burn victims that got their Xbox through Make-A-Wish Foundation? It is impeccable how bad the players on my team are this game. Don't get me wrong. I've seen worse. I have. I've played with worse. But they did something in this game that was so amazing to me that I had to post this video. This is almost like a rendition of I Hate My Team series. A series that would never go over well nowadays, but went over really well when YouTube first came out, or where YouTube Call of Duty in general first came out. The I Hate My Team series. But I hate this goddamn team I'm on right here. Keep in mind that I'm doing what most would consider as camping. Camping in this game is what most people call strategic play, where you watch lines of sight and you kill people as they run aimlessly out of their spawn, or maybe even kill them as they spawn. That's what camping is. If you notice, I'll switch through 3 or 4 different areas in the game and just basically pound kids and pretty much give myself as big of an advantage of a gunfight as I possibly can. That's what camping is, I guess. I mean, I've always considered camping sitting in a corner, but that goes into the whole target finder noise that people go on about. I mean, people complain about the target finder. Like, oh, target finder. Motherfucker, the map's 2 feet by 2 feet. If you can't find people on these maps without the target finder, you need to reevaluate your life. Nobody uses the target finder for those damn red triangles. I don't. You know why I use the target finder? I use the target finder because it has a really good sight. It has that right level of zoom, and it takes sway off weapons that might have a lot of sway, such as LMGs and submachine guns. Generally, the only times you see me run target finder is on like an LMG or submachine gun. How often do you see me put gameplay up with the assault rifle target finder? I used to do it a lot because it's still the best gun sight for any rifle. But on the other hand, EOTech's just as good, or in this case, the variable zoom works just as well for the LMGs. You don't need the target finder. But people are like, the target finder's cheap. Motherfuckers that call the target finder cheap have a C4 attached to the bottom of their damn equipment. And be like, well, you can just wear flak jacket for C4. Well, motherfucker, you can just wear cold-blooded for target finder. Aren't we in the same damn hole here? Let's not talk about making no sense. I want you to watch this part right here in the game. This part, this end part, is the reason I uploaded this game, and I'm on this God-forsaken rant. Here it comes. Notice the score at the bottom of the screen. It's 55 to 56. I'm amazed myself because I'm doing very well. I've almost put my kill streaks together 3 times. I mean, I'm constantly getting kills. There's no point in this game where I'm not almost beastifying on somebody. I get my kills together. I'm like, yep, this game's in the bag. And I look and I'm like, we're losing by 2. I'm like, how the fuck are we losing by 2? So keep watching, all right? So I'm like, fuck it. I'm telling people, I'm like, come on, guys, get in the house. Come camp in the house. I can backpack us. My kill streaks are coming. These motherfuckers are capable of dying faster than a warthog and a stealth chopper can get kills on Nuketown. How the fuck do you do that? How do you die that fucking much? It's impressive how much these people die. Dude, let's throw your PlayStation out the window. Go play bots. Do something. Get the hell out of public matches. I don't know. This gameplay is dedicated to the death of the Cap 40 and the BR-23. You guys will be loved. This one's in your memory, dog. On Intense Camping Productions. Alright guys, let's go to the topic at hand. The topic at hand will be the dedicated servers. One of the things I do is I play a lot with subscribers. And generally to do that you have to follow me on Twitter. I mean, but if you follow me on Twitter I do bitch a lot too, so yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword. But I do play a lot with subscribers. And the first thing that people talk about when they get together, and you get 3 or 4 guys together that never met before, is Call of Duty. And the first thing that usually comes up after the initial like, oh, I hate this, I hate that, is I wish there was dedicated servers. Well, I'm a player of video games. I've been a player of video games going on 22 years now. I started playing video games at the age of 5 by beasting Mario, the Super Mario Brothers / Dunk Hunt game at the age of 5. Beasted it, son. No whistles. Well, at that point, I also started, well, generally around 2000s I started getting into the shooters. Well, obviously there was GoldenEye, but GoldenEye I wouldn't consider my first competitive shooter. It's one that laid the ground rules. I played a lot of GoldenEye. A lot of Duke Nukem 64 as well. But the ones that actually got me the most, first game I played was Battlefield 1942 on the PC. And then I went on to Battlefield 2. And then later on I got into Mortal Kombat, and after I got into Mortal Kombat I switched back over to Battlefield, but this time I was on the PS2. And I got into console first-person shooters after that. Well, that's just the backstory. Dedicated servers. Battlefield's almost always had dedicated servers. And let me tell you, they're not the greatest thing. People think that dedicated servers are going to fix Call of Duty as a whole. Well, Call of Duty, let's look at Call of Duty and why dedicated servers are even in the question here. 1, people hated the host advantage, alright? Call of Duty host had a huge advantage in COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2. It wasn't until Black Ops
that the host advantage kind of got toned down, but they still had a host advantage in Black Ops 2, in Black Ops 1, I'm sorry. Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1, they started toning down the host, and the last 3 Call of Duties have had a very substantially toned down host ability through increases in lag count. Well, here is why dedicated servers aren't going to help you. All a dedicated server is a server taking place of the host job, whereas a regular person wouldn't. What it would eliminate would be, well, it wouldn't eliminate them. It would dramatically decrease the disconnects from the host quitting out on his Xbox or PlayStation 3, basically turning it off or dashboarding or whatever. It would kind of decrease those losses. I'd say almost like by 60 or 70%, which those suck. I mean, those are majority of my losses. But on the other hand, when somebody puts dedicated servers on a game, let's look at Battlefield 3 for example. When you put dedicated servers on a game, a company's more than likely to sell spots on those servers so people can make up their own rules. So you get a lot of trash, Anybody that's played Battlefield 3 recently will tell you that the bane of their existence is Conquest, Metro, 6 million tickets. I mean, that's an arbitrary number, but I know it's not 6 million, but it's forever. The bitch ass games last like 3.5 hours on maps where you can get spawn trapped easily. And I feel like the lobbies that you'd see in like Modern Warfare 2 on Xbox. Modern Warfare 2 on Xbox, every game you join was Rust, 18 man. Every game. And when you when you put dedicated servers on Call of Duty, and Activision will sell those servers just like DICE did on Battlefield 3, you're going to get a lot of that. You won't be able to find the regular search and destroy match. You won't be able to find the regular domination match under standard rules. You're going to have these matches that last forever in a day on maps that are really, really popular. It's going to be all hijacked. Like, let's take Black Ops 2 for example. Everything be raid, hijacked, and Nuketown. That's all people would play. Those 3 maps alone. Everything would be 18 man. Everything would be wild, 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 wild west. And that's why I can give or take, you know, dedicated servers, because dedicated servers generally they're good if they're regulated, but you got to take greed completely out the equation, because if you give people the chance to create game modes or create rooms or create things like that and give them administrative powers, it makes the online multiplayer really dirty looking and really clunky and really nasty. Just my opinion. What do you guys think? You know, there's sometimes those players that are just so bad that you have to try to lose. What we're basically doing in this situation here is everybody can have a primary or a secondary. You have to kill somebody to get their weapon. And Black Casper happened to be on the end of in a clutch situation. This is a 5 versus 1 clutch. He has no weapon whatsoever. And somehow he manages to win this round without killing a single person. This speaks volumes for how bad Search and Destroy has gotten because of trick shotting. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and diss, but this is sad, dude. This is freaking sad. Watch this mess. Black Casper beats these people without ever getting... Well, he doesn't even get hit. Well, unless you count stun grenades and stuff. Watch this. Alright, he goes for the ninja defuse. He gets caught. Look, boom, boom, boom. 3 or 4 sniper shots miss him. 4 sniper shots miss him. Alright, so they didn't follow him. They actually fell off trying to go down to get to him. 2 guys killed themselves right there by accidentally falling off of the area. Black Casper's amazed. He's like, what the deuce? So now he gets hit with another stun grenade. And he's like, where are they at? Where are they at? So he's got 18 seconds left. So now watch. These guys are trying to do 360s. And oh, the car blows up on him. Oh, and he climbs up. This guy's missing. So he's like, oh, time's running out. Might as well try for it. He goes and tries for this damn bomb. And this guy is quick-scoping him right now. Look at the mini-map. 2 guys are quick-scoping at him and missing. And he wins the round. Wow. The reason we're playing like this is because we have won 4-0 for the last 4 days without losing a round. to the point we said we have to challenge ourselves. So we decided to start playing around with crossbows, knives, crappy shotguns, and we're still winning 4-0. I mean, this is the only time we've ever came close to losing. Dude, something's got to change. Well, that's not the only time we came close. We came close to losing to Nuketown too, but that's because it was just me and one other guy, and I ended up having to drop 16 kills to get the win. Off of.
Come on now.
Oh, you're talking about from Star
No,
Wars?
I'm talking My Little Pony, dog.
That is Bubba Fett's. That's Bubba Fett's dad.
Oh, My Little Pony.
Django Fett.
Yo, if you guys lose, you owe me $100. Okay? Dead ass.
Looks like I'll be keeping $100 today.
Yeah, which one are you paying up?
Man, we don't got that
What
though.
we playing? Search? S&D? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm just saying, dude, you better not lose.
Search and destroy.
Happier than a Big Mac, son.
Mmagmar, bro. How about that Mmagmar?
Alright.
Protect the objectives.
Yeah, right here.
He went mid. Rockburn.
All others are dead. It's up to you. Bomb is armed.
Yo, let's go.
We lost that round, but it's not over yet. Step up.
Oh shit.
I was hoping to get them both, at least come with all the kills.
Search and destroy. Clear the objectives.
Pulling bomb.
Charges acquired.
Someone needs to go mid. Don't watch the big fire. Yep. Mid.
Both sides.
Bomb
There's one
dropped.
guy. I think he's on open stairs.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Ah.
Behind you! Behind you! Wow.
We lost that round, but it's not over yet. Step up.
Nice turn on though.
Dude, I was right down the stairs too.
That was about a knife that, yeah.
Switching operation ready point.
Alright guys,
Search
don't
and
challenge.
destroy.
Don't challenge. It's a defense.
Protect the objective.
I'm flashed.
Finish the mission. You're all that remains. Time's almost up. Bomb online.
Fucking lagging, of course.
We lost
Fucking
that
up.
round, but it's not over yet. Step up. Switching sides.
Pretty seasoned. I can
Come on, guys.
Search and
We
destroy.
can beat these guys. We should be down 3-0. Okay, take your time.
Neutralize the objective.
Everybody's going their own
Bomb
separate way.
acquired.
Look, the bomb's going right. Everybody else is going left. What's the problem here?
Mid.
Gun down.
Guy broke the glass.
Bomb carrier down.
He's in library.
Two up. I got the other one back here. Good
One's
A.
me.
Check your timeline.
Alright, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Alright, dude, I'm planting. He's gonna be coming from mid or
Let's
somewhere.
get it down.
dude.
Let's get it down.
Bomb is armed.
You got eyes on it? Look at it. Okay.
Yep. Got it.
Oh, man.
Good job. Get ready for the next round.
Hey, we were
EMP
lagging.
storm.
We were just sitting there. Are you stupid?
Don't get that EMP swarm, Mmagmar.
Yeah.
Got that kneecap up. Gonna be the kneecap up.
Did you not
I
look
forgot.
Switching sides.
Oh, chill, you're losing. How are you?
Yeah.
Search and destroy. Protect the objective.
Take your time, guys. Win your gunfights.
One mid going B,
EMP,
one mid going
bottom
B.
pool side. Bottom, Let's call it. Oh, double stairs. He's weak.
Hey, pull, the pool, in the pool.
I'm coming to back you up.
Lightning
Nice.
strike on
I got
standby.
fucking double teamed.
Let's go. Yeah, it's done with that.
Hey, they rush mid on fucking offense hard. They rush mid and they split off. They split off to A and to B.
Search and destroy.
Let's go A, let's go A.
Neutralize the objectives.
I got two kill
Charges
streaks here.
acquired.
I'm gonna use them.
Oh shit, TV guard.
Wow.
Gun ready to deploy.
Yo, he's going zigzag. By the plant. Yo, Jingo.
Yep.
Come over here, watch this.
The bomb has been planted.
Alright.
I'm gonna let you in.
He's back here in the garage. Oh, I'm about to say, dude, nothing is hitting him.
Good job. Get ready for the next round.
Damn! Damn, dude, you already got the backpack out today, son.
Just ran in the middle and shot him.
You hauling us some shit. Look at that 0-3 comeback. Let's go.
Switching sides.
Down. Yeah, I didn't want to go over there because
Search and
I was
destroy.
afraid he was gonna come open stairs or double stairs.
Defend the objective.
Our sensors can.
Lightning strike coordinates received.
There we go, there we go. Hey, check bomb though. I think I saw him at, yep,
Not
dig
bad,
it.
Good
son.
job. Get
Dang,
ready for the
15
next
and 1.
round.
Oh my
Don't
God.
ham.
Well, he had his life insurance. I know he
Django, what you doing, motherfucker?
Dude. Oh,
Django, hold us down.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Switching sides.
Oh, I'm not the search.
Search and destroy. Clear the objectives.
Let's go A again. Let's go A. Come on.
We got the
I'm
bomb.
gonna stun
Just take your time, Django. Don't push. Don't push. I got another hellstorm on be used.
After this.
Kitchen. One more kitchen.
Friendly hellstorm missile inbound.
Oh, Mom.
He's in the bomb.
Ah, they got me.
We lost the bomb.
Let's go. I think he'd leave.
I thought 3 were dead.
Hey, fucking lags, dude.
Yo, Wings, what sensitivity do you play on?
8.
That's what I'm on right now.
What?
All right, we lost.
Bullshit,
Back off
he
the
ate.
shot,
Not
dude.
over yet. Get ready for the next
Thank
one.
God.
I mean, we're all floating on and off 3 bars.
Watch me go past the wall. Yeah, look at that. I'm still alive past
Wings,
the
any
wall.
more streaks?
Switching operation ready point. Search and destroy. Protect the objective.
It went pretty hard B last
Might
time.
go down
Watch
to the
out.
T, yeah.
Mid. One's mid. I guess that was him. Nice shot, dude. Keep watching A, Django. We got mid and Jody has B.
Right.
One up.
Hey, bomb's down mid.
I'm leaving B. So be wary.
It's too close.
They
Fight
can hear
harder.
one at A.
Good
Dude,
job,
can I
Grunts. Get
stop
ready
lagging?
for the next round.
15 seconds left. Skipping the whole fucking round.
Switching operation ready point. Search and destroy.
I got a
One more,
sentry
guys.
gun,
Get
so
us
let's go to
over.
A.
Get this plant.
Eliminate the objectives.
Okay, alright.
Take your time. Don't push to get there. All right, speed your snowmobile down the mountain, dodging trees, rocks, and oh man, this is gonna be one we're going to have to do like 13 times.
Yeah, I know, dude. I would do this solo all day, and I would just fuck up. Well, it's fun as hell, though.
Finish in 70 seconds. That's what we got to do. I was playing one time on Resident Evil 6. There's a snowmobile scene in it. Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah,
my buddy, the guy I was playing with, he literally fucked up 30 times. Yeah.
You doing the co-op shit?
Woo woo! I'm way behind.
Are you at Pimp? Oh shit, dude.
I'm catching up.
We're at the lake, dude. Hurry up.
I'm on the lake right now.
Oh shit.
Look at that air. Woo!
Got this. Oh yeah, here we go, here we go.
I'm on the hill, yeah. I just got on it. I got.
Alright.
Come on! 3 seconds! Ah! Woo! I didn't make 3 stars. I gotta go back and do it again.
Shit. Alright, I got it though. Let's do this. Damn, dude, that final jump was epic. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Come on, go.
Wings of Redemption, slow as molasses, bro. Let's go.
I was worried more about not hitting trees or right out the gate. I'm gonna get you, Mmagmar. Is there a turbo boost or something?
No, just hold on the right trigger, bro.
I'm behind you, son.
Dude. Alright. I'm about to shoot somebody with my gas. Oh shit, we're looking good right here. Oh, we got this, son. Yeah.
Come on!
You good? Oh shit. Yeah. We got it.
Oh no! I died on the jump over!
No, what happened? Dude,
I hit the generator! I didn't get 2 stars, I got 1!
Oh no! Oh shit! Oh, dude, that was crazy. Oh shit!
How the fuck you get that jump on me every time?
I don't know. Oh shit, I'm getting shot at now.
Oh!
Oh shit, I hit a tree, no!
Can we restart?
Oh dude, I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. I hit a tree right right to get away. Oh man.
I can't do it! Whoa! Shit!
Oh man, I'm going
Hey, look how fast Mmagmar getting in front of me.
I got that nitrous.
were good as shit at Mario Kart, weren't you?
Aw, dude, we're doing it faster.
I wish I had me a blue turtle shell right the fuck now.
Oh, what just happened? What just happened?
That blue turtle shell just happened, bitch.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
What up, Woodies? It's your boy WingsofRedemption. I'm back here ready to do another video for you. Look at
I don't know.
You guys know behind me there's a wall. That wall is been blank for 4 years. Well, I just painted it 6 months ago, 9 months ago. And I painted it this ugly pea soup green. I don't know. My mom suggested that I paint it green with the white borders and stuff. I don't know. I wanted a color that wouldn't be depressing to look at, which I failed at. But I also wanted a color that would kind of not smother me, which is pretty good at that. It's really good at not being noticeable whatsoever. But it kind of makes it feel like an old lady's house. This office is like, oh, pea soup green. But that's what it is. So I was thinking about putting some decoration in there. You know, I asked the other day about what should I decorate my office with, and people had some really great suggestions. Some of those suggestions were like, you know, like a Vault Tech poster, which I love the idea of a Vault Tech poster, Brotherhood of Steel poster, Final Fantasy Tactics poster. I wish I could get the Final Fantasy Tactics poster I got back in the day. Me and my brother, we bought the strategy guide for Final Fantasy Tactics, and with it was a poster that had them riding the chocobos, and then all the main characters around the border of it. Really like that poster. I don't know what the hell happened to it. I think it still comes with the strategy guide if it's still out there. But who knows where that poster's at. But I was thinking, like, all that, I could do something more unique. Like, I got my Cannibal Corpse poster back there. It's actually encased in plexiglass, so it's not just sitting loosely. How about I have you guys send me stuff? Like, I do this thing periodically where I read fan mail, and during fan mail I get all kinds of cool stuff. I get like artwork, I get like just really cool pictures of stuff. Maybe that's what I could decorate my walls with. Like, just do a collage. Because the reason I'm worried about that wall is it kind of makes the videos a little dull when the wall when it looks like that right there. Like, there's just nothing back there. I remember CNanners when the game first started had this collage of like vans and skateboarding stuff he made himself. I'm not creative. I have no artistic ability whatsoever. So if you would like some of your stuff to be seen on the wall, and maybe even have like, I don't know, a fan appreciation thing where we have the spot on the wall, it's like the artwork of the month, or the poster of the month, or whatever you've sent, send it to my P.O. box below. I look forward to all the entries, and you know, I'll be highlighting some of the best. Also, I've been live streaming lately. I don't know if you noticed, my last 2 videos yesterday, which was a 18-2 search and destroy in a race versus Mmagmar on Modern Warfare 2, they kind of got cut off mainly because I'm messing with the Twitch TV software. And it's kind of I didn't cut them off in the Twitch TV like that, but for some reason it takes about 30 seconds off of the video and just cuts it. I don't know. I had to play with it. If anybody knows how I could fix that, please drop me a line. So that's what's happened there. And also, I switched to open broadcaster. I broadcasted last night in 720p, and it was a little laggy. Like, it would jump like every 20 seconds or so. So I'm going to kind of slowly back that down to something a little bit more manageable, and hopefully it's going to look you know, pretty good, better than what it was. And the audio is worlds better on open broadcaster than it is on XSplit. So if you haven't jumped the gun and got the XSplit yet, or drop XSplit, do it. XSplit charges money. Their shit's not as good. That's just, your shit's more confusing. Open broadcaster is just a better system. If you're like me, I took the plunge last night. Take the plunge. I hate change. I hate it. I mean, you know, people like Woody talk about going to the Java editor versus Sony Vegas, and I'm scared to death to leave Sony Vegas because I know Sony Vegas. I mean, I suck enough at editing to have to learn another program. But take the jump on Open Broadcaster if you're a streamer. XSplit is worlds behind, and it costs money. Just go to Open Broadcaster. But anyway, if you wanna subscribe to my Twitch stream, you can do it in the description below. And as always, my P.O. Box will be below as well. If I don't get it out right away, it's 1548 Conway, South Carolina 29528. Peace.